Peace, peace, peace. This your brother Monroe Jr. I'm going to be offering my brief commentary right after this quick clip. Peace.
Priceless. So she gestures one more time. Priceless.
Walk of shame.
In the cold. Bye, Felicia.
Peace, peace, peace. This your brother Monroe Jr. So we just witnessed the video of our young sister whose car was retrieved by this officer for having a expired registration, and it was retrieved to be towed away. Mr. Gary Steele, Officer Gary Steele, who at this moment is relieved of duty from that particular department. It doesn't show the report didn't show if he's getting paid or not, but we can clearly see how they really, a lot of white supremacists, how they think about us, right? They put on the front a lot of times, but as the minister said, we're starting to see their true rancor spirit and mentality towards us the more situations unfold. Because if you don't know what happened in this instance, he offered the young lady a ride home, and she turned it down, which she was, I think, pretty wise to do. You know, I wouldn't advise riding with none of them either. You just never know what you're dealing with. And because I felt as though she turned him down, just my perspective, that he took it some kind of way. You see, white supremacists, whenever a black person tells them no about anything, that makes them feel some kind of way, right? So their true nature is then unveiled. So then he went to do his thing on Snapchat. Okay, she don't want to ride with me, so I'm about to put her on blast. Talking about bye Felicia. Talking about, you know, this is how black girls rock. I mean, who does that to a woman who's walking out in the cold at night? What kind of heart is that? That's the heart of our former slave masters. That's exactly what that is. Have they changed, or are they putting on the front? A lot of them put on the front, right? A lot of us have a go along to get along relationship. But the reality is that we need our own communities. Brothers, we have to step up to the plate. We need more black and brown men on these police forces to police our communities, who have a desire to truly protect and serve, because these white officers, a lot of them are rogue cops. They don't care anything about our communities. They're there for a paycheck, right? They need to be outcast to the suburbs where their people are, because they don't have the heart to deal with our people, to really truly serve us, right? And for the so-called whites that do truly want to serve us, they need to be trained on how to handle our people, right? Which we know that's probably 0.5% out of all police in America, maybe. You know, brothers and sisters, that the police used to be the force who were like the slave catchers, right? And if we study the history and we look into it, a lot of immigrants like the Irish, they used to have those roles to give them work, right? Who were coming in to America. They would get those particular jobs, and even till this day, when at funerals and stuff of that nature, there are Irish bands, right, to show respect for the role that they once played. So the policemen were never there to protect and serve us, even though it's our tax dollars that go to pay these people's salary. Then the whole system supports us when they do wickedness by us. So we now have to have the mindset of making an exodus from our enemies. Why would you want to stay among them? Unless you don't think that these type of situations can one day come knocking at your door. We see that their government is unraveling. We always think that we always gonna have our little job in corporate America. No ma'am, no sir. Elijah Muhammad said one day we're gonna wake up and that dollar's gonna be worth nothing. What will we do if we have depended on the government, if we have depended on white America? And it will come. It's coming. The other nations around the world are uniting against America. Have you ever heard of the BRICS nations? Brazil, Russia, India, South Africa. All of these different nations uniting to form global alliance to pool their natural resources to do business with each other, eventually without the US dollar. And once that happens, and all of these dollars that are in all of these other countries, because America is the world reserve currency, meaning we can go to any country and exchange our dollars for their currency. But once they dump the dollar because the inflation, and they see that our government is printing money out of thin air, they see that our economy, that we're over $20 trillion in debt, and all of those dollar bills come flowing back into America as they are already buying up most of the assets here in America. But once they notice, and they're coming more and more conscious of it, that these dollars are worth nothing, then we will see hyperinflation overnight. It's coming to our door, brothers and sisters. We must prepare. Please make sure you have survival kits in your home. You have food stored, brothers and sisters. Please make sure that you have water stocked up, because there will come a day where that job that you go to will not be available. And let's try to make sure that we have extra streams of income. We all should have an entrepreneurial mind in this hour. I cannot stress that enough. Find a way to make extra income. You got a lot of different ways you can make money today. Uber, Lyft, if you do photography, videography, eBay, Amazon. I mean, it's no excuse. You can go learn a skill, right? The sky is the limit today in the age of social media, brothers and sisters. I just read a report. It's a guy up in New York doing Uber and Lyft in one other side company. He making $5,000-$6,000 a month. So it's out there to be gotten if we have the mindset to go get it. But don't depend on your job solely, because you may wake up tomorrow and they might lay you off. They might do a reduction of the workforce, right? So, and we never want to be stifled, or we never want to be bound to a job or to a position at a corporation where they think they have you in a box. As far as your willingness to speak out against issues that affect our people. You don't want to live your life like that. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan said we can't be free as men with testicles the size of dried raisins. Come on, brothers. So I'm glad that this young sister made it home safely. But these kind of occurrences happen all the time. And luckily, this was recorded, right? A lot of times it don't even get recorded, but look how frequently we see things that are recorded. But Sometimes they hide themselves, brothers and sisters. We gotta see them for what they are. They have a 400-year track record. 400 plus year, right? And 6,000-year internationally track record of doing evil against black and brown people and even their own people, right? In the dark ages, Europe was going to war with each other. They have killed hundreds of millions of our people, man. Who would want to stay among a people like that? So the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has laid the economic blueprint before our doors. He's asking for 35 cents a week, brothers and sisters. We have over $1 million. Jay Morrison is asking for our support with the Tulsa Real Estate Fund. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan wants to purchase a massive amount of land for our people so we can make this exodus on a national scale, right? We need to provide a lot of opportunity to our young people who don't have opportunity right now. Why not go back to the land that made America rich and powerful? It was our ancestors that gave birth to a lot of these financial institutions that we see today by working the land. Well, let's go back to the land, family. Just about everything we utilize, a lot of it comes from land. You know, you'll be surprised how much stuff comes from the land. We love to eat. Come on now. Ain't no professional out there that don't like to eat. We all like to eat. You dig? So farming is an important sector that we have to focus on. We have to produce more people who are in love with agriculture. That was the first profession that the Creator gave to us as men, was to be producers, to till the earth, right? So that we could multiply and replenish the earth. That's not just talking about having babies. No. So, you know, brothers, it's our time, family. Let's continue to use social media like we're using it. Youth all around the world are communicating with each other, vibing with each other, putting these kind of reports and stories. They going viral. And these white supremacists, they are seeing this. And they're seeing the decline of their world. So they're getting more and more angry. So we have to unify like never before and gird our loins and be on alert. This your brother Monroe Jr. I'm signing out.